Hello, my name is Bradley and I'm your host of The Internal Game. Okay, I wanted to make a quick video today about the react and regret cycle. The react and regret cycle. React, regret, react, regret, react, regret. And if we don't get out of this cycle, it just keeps on going and going and going. And then we do not solidify these new states of being that we say and think that we are in. Okay, so every time that you react to something, you are identifying with that something. You're saying this is true for me, right? So ideally, we do not want to react, so we can solidify this new state. So, nope, this is how I am. This is how things are. This is how I am. This is how I'm being. This is how it is for me. Okay. Now, but it is very easy, as I've said before, it is very easy to claim to be the best. I'm loved. I got it going on. I get whatever I want. Everything's always in my favor. Hell yeah, I'm the man, I'm the woman, whatever. I'm him, I'm her, right? It's very easy to do that when you are alone. When you're in a room, talking yourself up, filling yourself up. Very easy to do. A bit different when we are faced with the mirror, and in this case, SP, right? It's been something that we've been intending. We want this person, and we haven't heard from them. Or we're hearing from them and we're not talking to them because we're trying to get everything right within self nonetheless. And we're working on self, right? Working on self-concept. We're bossing the fuck up. And then we meet up with them, or they come back in and we meet up with them and they say something that's just not ideal. And we really take it personally. We really buy into it. And we react, right? Or the text message, they say something. Or they stop saying some things and they leave you on red or whatever the case may be, and you react. And when you react, you get upset and you text them like, "You mother, tired of you doing this to me. I deserve better, and you're a piece of da da da," or whatever it is that you do when you react, because you're feeling overwhelmed, powerless, and you want to show this person, "No, you can't do that to me," but you react. And then maybe you don't hear anything from them. Or maybe they tell you something even worse, like, "Oh, actually, I'm never talking to you again." And then you're like, "Oh man, I should have done that." Regrets that said, "No, I should have done that. Oh my God, what if I lose them now? I shouldn't have done that. I knew I shouldn't have reacted," right? All these things are, anytime that you have continuously been being something new, like your new state of being the best, being chosen, really feeling yourself, right? You're continuing in this, and you know this, and you've been feeling this, and you've been feeling good. They're going to reach out. This is for sure. It's going to be a thing. And then you have an opportunity to really be aware of like, the situation is, okay, listen, like, no matter what happens, I'm going to keep my cool, and I'm not going to react, and I'm going to continue in this state because I have an opportunity here to solidify the state. I have an opportunity to actually be who I say that I've been being, and not identify with how I used to be. Right? But again, it's really easy to think that we're in these new states when we're alone, by ourselves, talking ourselves up, and then we see the mirror. So we use this as an opportunity to not react and solidify the new. If you have reacted, it's okay. What matters is this moment. But you're going to start to become aware that, okay, listen, I have to solidify the state. I have to be who I say I am, eventually. Like Alan Watts had a quote that said, "If you think you're enlightened, go spend a weekend with your family, or a week with your family." Pretty easy to be enlightened when there's nobody around, right? Pretty easy to feel like you're a catch in a priority and the best when you're walking around when there's no mirror. But do not be scared. They still are you. But like there is a time where you do have to face this mirror and prove to be who you say that you are. Now, I want to give you guys a chance, and if you guys are new to the channel, I've made many videos about it's just a thought. Because you want to get this really clear that these thoughts that you're having from these identities and from these states of being are literally just that, thoughts. They mean they're not positive, they're not negative. You can assign the meaning to them. You can get excited or fearful depending on the meaning that you assign, and then if you believe it or not. But nonetheless, they are just thoughts. So you want to recognize this at a really, really core level. These are just thoughts. And if you can create some space, like I talk about all the time, and be like, this is just a thought. I don't have to identify with that. That's just a thought. That's just a thought. That's just a thought. That's just a thought. Then you're going to start not reacting to thought, which is fucking amazing, right? Because you've been reacting to thought and believing every thought you got your whole life, right? Like we all have at that point. So you stop identifying with every thought that you get, that's just a thought. Then when you have that stability, it's a lot easier when you hear a person say, actually, you know what, I never wanted you. Actually, this was a big mistake. When you stop buying into thought, you stop buying into circumstance. You'll trust yourself. You realize that you don't have to buy into every thought and buy into every circumstance or buy into anything that somebody said that was like created from a previous state of being, for sure. And in this moment of non-reaction, because why would you react if it's not true for you, right? Why would you react if it doesn't really make a fuck? Why does it make a fuck? It's not you. I mean, everything's you, but you get what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to identify with that anymore. You're stable, you're calm, you're secure. You know that you're creating your reality. Like, you know that all that stuff is just like whatever's playing out. It's done. No need to react. I'd never wanted to be with you. I don't want to be with you anymore. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Nope. This person only wants to be with me. Like, this is what it is. But like, I see what you're saying, but I'm gonna go continue doing what I was doing, living my life, having fun, knowing it's done, bossing up, really being myself. You don't have to say this, but I mean, like, you're gonna be like, okay, cool, and you're gonna go back to doing what you were doing, and you're going to solidify the state. And maybe it happens again, and you do the same thing. Maybe it happens once, maybe it happens 3 times, but nonetheless, you're going to solidify this new state. You're going to say, listen, I don't do that. This is what I do. I don't react to that. I don't buy into stuff that's not me. I don't buy into a bunch of fear. I don't buy into a bunch of nonsense. Why the fuck would I do that? And then you're going to solidify this new state. Now this is true for you. You have proven to yourself, what do you call it, subconscious mind, whatever you want to call it, you've proven that no longer is how you live. All that behavior from person, all that ghosting, all that stuff is not what you identify with. It is not something that you even experience. It's not, you don't get down like that. And you solidify the state and then watch what happens. But you have to stop the react regret cycle. And all the react and regret cycle is buying into thought. It's never the situation that's causing you unhappiness or happiness, by the way. It's your thoughts about it. So if someone says something or you see something, it's your thoughts about it. So if you buy into a thought that this means that this is over, or this means that you're a piece of work, or this means that like they don't love you, this means whatever the case may be that your mind decides to come up with from an identity and create a story about, you're just buying into it, and now it sucks. But it's completely neutral. And then when you regret after you've reacted and then you're like, oh shit, I should have done that. Man, oh my God, I maybe ruined it. Again, another thought pattern about regret, and that you bought into, and now you're regretful and like, oh man, I ruined everything. All from buying into thought that is absolutely useless and serves no purpose in you and your new state of being. You have to stop identifying with thoughts that just match up with a state of being and an identity that you're trying to leave, that you're trying to get away from, that you are away from, as long as you solidify the state. You will continue to be away from as long as you solidify the state and do not react. Because once you react, you know as well as I do, it starts to react, regret, and then we keep doing this over and over and over again until we've really just been like, I don't even believe this stuff anymore. But like, did you ever stop reacting? Did you ever be the new way in the face of the opposite? Because again, it's easier to do when you're alone. It's easier to do when you're not faced with the mirror. But eventually we do have to face the mirror to solidify the state. That's all I got. Stop buying into thought that is absolutely useless. And yeah, but again, it's all just fleeting thought. There's just a thought. Stop reacting. Solidify the state. Live your life.